Hello. So I figured I would come on here today and talk to you guys, tell you my thoughts. Um, First of all, I want to thank whoever takes the time every time to listen to me. Um, I got all of this beautiful equipment, and the truth is that I don't know what the hell I'm doing. No, not really. Anyone who's a real DJ who listens to me could tell that I am I'm a beginner, right? Even though I've been doing it for 2 years, um, equipment like this is very difficult to learn. It's like it's an instrument in its own right. So if anyone who never played piano before decided they wanted to learn how to play piano, it would take a long time till it sounded like anything good. And so, any instrument. I remember watching sitcoms back in the 80s when I was a kid. Um, and on one of the sitcoms, the son of the family was learning trumpet. And he was like, ah, and it sounded terrible. And the whole family had to endure it every day until he learned how to use it and learned how to play it. So I always remember that when I think of this so because I know I make a lot of mistakes as I'm doing it. The art of mixing, um, it's an art, and there's skill involved, but a lot of it is an art expression and just knowing what two tracks that complement each other, that don't hold on, that don't crash, and there's a lot that goes into mixing too. It's not just play the track and then when it's almost at the end, start the other one, because that's what I was doing for a while until I learned. You have to find the point of the track to bring it in that it's gonna sound good, to the ear, pleasant to the ear. There's some DJs that I love. You couldn't even tell they were mixing one track into another. It was seamless, and that's the goal. And I don't think I'm there yet. Sometimes, sometimes I get lucky, and it just happened coincidentally. The track that I picked, and that's another thing. It's so time consuming to find the music, because that's what I'm doing the majority of the time that I'm not here. Whenever I'm on my way to work, taking the subway, the train to Manhattan, I'm just on Beatport and I'm going through track after track, and I'm picking tracks that I knew that are new. Basically, I like to play a lot of new stuff. I like to throw classics in there too, but generally, I want to find the newest, cutting edge sounds, because the technology is always evolving and it's always getting better. And I just want to, like my favorite DJ, he used to do that. I would go to the club every week, and every week he would have an array of brand new tracks, and so I just do that. I follow what I had learned um, from going out and listening to other DJs. And I'm an '80s kid, right? I was born in the '70s, and I grew up in the '80s, and I I don't know. I feel like my mother must have listened to music while I was in the womb, because it's always been so important to me. I've always been so passionate about music, and this music here, this house music, this dance music, let's call it that, because house music is just a genre, right? I play all the genres. I start from deep house at 120 beats per minute, and I go through all the genres, from melodic house to tech house to hard techno, and when I end, I'm at 150 beats per minute, and some crazy, insane, wild. I can't even believe like how I like the spectrum of what I like is from so broad. I love it all. I love the soulful, gospel, deep house vocals to the techie. It just fascinates me more than any other music I'd ever listened to. Throughout my life, I started out listening to. I was 5 years old, and my parents bought me a Fisher Price turntable, and we had like 1,000 records, those 45 little records, and I would sit there for hours all day long. I didn't even play with my toys. I just wanted to listen to these records, and that's why I think my mother listened to music while I was in the womb, because I just loved it, man. And some of the sounds, like they say, like it's all frequency, right? Sound is like vibration and frequencies, and some frequencies resonate with me more than others, and I know it when it happens. It's like I can feel it, and so I look for that when I'm looking for tracks to play. But it's hard to find because there's such an abundance of it. It's so saturated, the scene. Everybody's making tracks. That's another thing I want to do. I have this machine over here that will allow me to make tracks, but all I've been doing since I got home from jail this past month is focusing on that and trying to learn how to do that, because of a couple of reasons. One, I had all these ideas when I was in jail, and all I could think about was the music and getting back to it. But not so much playing, because a real DJ produces his own music. If you, I don't think a DJ could be very successful at it if he just DJs other people's music. It's when like a DJ will make a track, it'll be so great, and it's only his or hers, right? Of course, we can't leave the girls out. And so when I used to go to the club, and my favorite DJ, he would make tracks all the time, and they were so much better than anyone else's to me and my friends who went there. So there was clubs all over New York City, right? So if Danny Teneglia played at Vinyl on Friday, and Jonathan Peters played at Sound Factory on Saturdays, and Junior Vasquez played at Twilo or wherever, Exit, whatever day, I didn't really go to him because I just didn't. But I wish I did. Now, looking back, I wish I did, because I play his tracks and I loved them. I would have loved to have experienced it in a club. So it was all like, you had to go there to hear that track, and you couldn't get a copy of it because it was most likely unreleased. So you had to go to the club to hear it. And that's what made a DJ successful, his productions. So I got a grasp on Ableton, which is the music software that makes the music, that produces it. But it's so time consuming. I don't have the time to do that and look for tracks and go to work and come home and take care of myself and my apartment and my family. So I bought this controller, which is a hands-on, which will like cut the time in half. But to learn how to use it, I don't know. I've been watching videos like after video for weeks, and I feel like I need to take a course on it and have someone show me hands-on. But whatever, that's just the way, that's just what's going on. And I'll get it, because I'm determined that I'm not going to stop. There was a couple things I wanted to say. It sucks every time you want to say something, and then you come on, and then you forget all the time. Every time. I remember when I started 2 years ago. So first I collected the music because I was a listener. I didn't want to be a DJ. So I went to my first club in '97, and I was hooked. I would go every day of the week back then. Every day, every night I went out. And I didn't find MP3s, digital music, until like '99, 2 years later, because I got my first computer for Christmas. Actually, my girlfriend got it, and she was living with me, so I used her computer, and I found that all the music that was being played in the clubs was available online. And I looked for the people, the kids, because we were young. This is 30 years ago. The kids that, almost 30 years ago, the kids that had the exclusive stuff, right? Because there was a group of kids, a small circle of people who were friends with the DJ, who he would give them the exclusive stuff, the unreleased stuff. And if I could make friends with them and have them share it with me, now I would get it. And that was like all what we did back then. It was, and that's what I did, you know. And I have a lot of that stuff where even to this day, some people don't have some of it. I made several attempts within these past 25, 30 years to be a DJ, but it didn't pan out because of my addiction. It always got in the way, and then it never panned out. So here I am. I'm clean like never before. I'm not going back to that. And so it's going to happen. Because I'm going to make it happen. It's just from that sheer fact alone. And because I want it so bad. So back to what I was saying. I collected the music, and I would listen to it every day on my way to work. I didn't want to really be a DJ. And then when Juana passed away, I was like, I was lost, right? I was like, damn. I was like, what am I going to do now? So I started going to therapy. I told this story. Some of you might have heard it. I'm sorry if I'm repeating it. I started going to therapy, and the therapist was like, because now it's almost 3 years that she's gone, so I'm okay. I've learned to live with it. It'll forever suck, but I'm okay. I miss her to death, but what could I do? So the therapist says, you got to find something that you love and jump into it. So that's when I got the first idea to be a DJ, to start DJing. And I had these two controllers. These are the newer version of the ones that I had. And I had this and the laptop, and I went back and I watched some of those videos, and it's horrible. But I didn't really come so far within the last 2 years of the art of mixing. because of my lack of time, my job, I'm tired, my family, people calling, friends. It's just impossible. And I want to do this, so I try to fit it in one way or another. But I should have put more work into like learning how to cue tracks, and instead of just starting them and then when it gets to the end, you know what I mean? And when it gets to the end, just starting the next track from the beginning, because it won't always sound good, or it won't always be on point. Instead of taking the time to listen, that's why I bought this headphone called a Candlestick, to try to learn how to cue better, and it's coming along. Sometimes I get lucky. Most times I get lucky, and the track is in key, and it works. But then there's times in the set where it don't, and I know that the people who are listening are like, "Damn, bro, you're fucking." What do you one person say one time? He said, he didn't call it a shit show. I'm butchering. He goes, "You're butchering the track." And I'm like, all right, well, what do you want from me? And even the big guys, they do it too. Not everyone's perfect. There's some DJs, they don't ever mess up. God bless them. God bless their hearts, you know. And they even is from 30 years from now that I've been listening to. Danny Teneglia is one. I've never heard that man train wreck or sound off in any way. It's insane. It's almost impossible. I can't even believe it. But he does it, so. And when I go to these clubs, I don't go out and hang out and meet people. I go to listen to music. I go to watch the DJ, try to see what he's doing. I'm standing there in front of the booth looking at him and I'm like a student, you know? And I've always been like that. Even before I was a DJ, I would always be interested in what the DJ was doing and stuff. Always fascinated by it. So that's it. Oh, no, that's not it, actually. So a couple of people on here who I've made friends with. One in particular, you know who you are. I don't have to say, I don't think he wants his name to be mentioned. But there are a couple who've been supporting me not only in the music, but like in my life and what I've been through and all my hardships and stuff. And when I was away in jail, some people wrote letters for me, like character letters to the judge, because it was like wrong that they even put me in jail. I hadn't been in trouble in 20 years. I've been clean and sober for almost 10. It'll be 9 years in June. You know, I don't even lie anymore. It's like, what the hell are you going to throw me in jail for? I didn't belong there. That was apparent. Even the correction officers in there knew I didn't belong there. So I had to endure that for 4 months. So a lot of people actually wrote, like 20 people wrote character letters, not from here, like friends and family, but a couple of people from here. And I got to read those letters today for the first time. I knew everyone, I was on the phone, and they were like, yeah, we're going to send the letters. Or my brother told me who sent letters and stuff. And I was real grateful. But to read the letters personally today, I started crying. It was like I was blown away by it. It was really, really nice. It was touching. The words that you said, that you used to describe me and my character. Thank you, really. Thank you very much. I just want to say thank you, you know. And, yeah, that's everything I want to say. Last night I was playing these 2 tracks. I didn't even know. I had them from this last week or so, but I didn't play them for some reason. And so I'll do that. You could see what tracks I played. It'll highlight the ones you played. and the ones that aren't, that you didn't, they're not highlighted. So I'm always looking to play something new, so I threw them on, and it was 2 hours into the set. The tracks were fucking amazing. Even the people who were listening last night were like, "Wow, this is amazing." And then, sure enough, YouTube threw me off. So I'll play them again now. I'm gonna mess around on this push a little bit. And yeah, play for a little bit. I'm expecting a phone call in like an hour. I'm gonna get something to eat, and then I'm gonna come back and play more until it's time to go to bed, and then it's back to work tomorrow. Control live. Control live. We don't need this. I guess not. No. Oh, look at that. Oh, let's get a drum rack going here.
into my eyes right before we cross the line. Way we grind.
I gotta go, people. I'm sorry. I thought I wasn't gonna have to go until 6 o'clock, but I have to go now. I'll be back in a little bit.